Welcome back to the Big Breakfast. We're here
breaking.
like something you pick up on the tread in your shoe and can't get out. We just hang in there. Do you know what? Jon Snow's chosen to join us at this time. Jon, did you have a good night?
Terrific, Johnny, terrific.
Where did you go?
I spent 2.5 hours on Stratford Station. That's an interesting place. Yes, yes.
Where were you? Why?
What?
I was heading for the Dome. But
right.
the 8,000 people with me on Stratford Station, the barcode didn't work on the old, the software broke down.
No.
So, seriously.
Millennium bug victim.
Millennium bug, yes, indeed. But we got in there in the end, and I brought you a little prezi each.
What have you brought?
This is your Millennium Dome opening night diddy bag.
Oh!
Yes!
Jon! It never slows, but it pours. Thank you very much.
I can tell you without you digging any deeper, there's only one thing of any value in there. Yeah.
What is it?
That
Do you know, I'll be revealing all in the news review.
Right, OK, let's hold it right there.
I'm short of material as it is. Do you know, we can get a...
We need off.
Yes, good morning to you. I'm still here at Sundissential. No, the night is not over. We've just managed to persuade the DJ to actually turn the music off for a second, because we're now going to play the traditional parlour game of musical statues. Obviously the thing to do on a New Year's Day. So let's meet the contestants briefly. First of all, we've got here Steve. Steve, you've had a good night?
Yeah, brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Excellent, good for you. Are you going to be able to stand perfectly still for musical statues?
Of course.
Even at this late hour?
Of course, yeah.
And a lovely outfit there, sir, is something off the shoulder from the summer collection? I don't think you understand what I'm saying there. And down here we've got Joe. Joe, you up for this?
I certainly am.
Good for you. And down here at the end we've got Russ. Explain the bunny outfit for us.
I've always wanted to be a bunny girl.
Of course you have. OK, well the prize at stake here for the person who's still standing at the end of musical statues is a free taxi ride home. Taxis are gold dust around here. Let's get on with it. OK, DJ Andy Farley, please cue the music! All right, here we go. And hold it there. Yes, I definitely saw some movement. Sorry, sir. And away you go. So please start music again. Here we go. And punch it. Let's get you in. Okay, hold on there. Yeah, sorry, you've gone. I saw a flicker. Harsh but fair. Okay, 2 people left standing. One gets a taxi ride home wherever they want to go to, free of charge. Cue the music, please. And lose it! Yeah, sorry, madam. Sorry, yeah, a slight wavering of the arm, but you put in a good effort.
I did, didn't I?
Thank you very much, and get lost, basically. Bunny man, you win! Hurrah! So, free taxi ride home, you must be pleased.
Oh, I'm over the moon.
Right, well, it's gone dark here, so we'll hand right back over now to Richard Bacon. That's it from Sundissential. Bye!
Thank you very much. Yeah, live today in Barnsley. Been here all morning, actually. We gate crashed a party at 10 to 1 this morning. We've been with them throughout the night. They've done a full naked streak down this road. We're now actually, we told them we were leaving them. We lied. We're now going to go and wake them up with a jazz band. They're here. Now, we're going to see them again in a second. Before that, one other thing we want to do very quickly. A member of the outside broadcast team called Alan has got something he wants to say. Now, Alan, we've got a jazz band. We've got a party to wake up. Make it quick. Now, take the microphone, treat the camera like a woman who's got a message for his girlfriend. Do it, just do it, go on.
Anita Manganaro in Norwich. I'm sorry I can't be with you this New Year, but there's something I want to say to you. I love you very much, but there's one thing I want you to do for me. Please marry me.
Oh. Nice. OK, well, hopefully we'll get an answer later on. We'll tell the viewers whether or not your life has changed forever, whether or not that's a yes and a good start to a new millennium.
I hope so.
OK, let's... oh, by the way, some police there as well come down to see us. They may give the party a fright. Well, we'll wake them up in just a second. Any arrests overnight at all?
Plenty.
Oh, good. Have had a lovely night, though, on the whole, despite some criminal activity?
Yes, we have. Yes,
oh, good. OK, let's now go on. Now, this also may wake up the entire street. Ready? It's your Kev there. It's all that jazz, isn't it?
Right, yeah, Richard.
OK, let's do a march down the street. We'll keep our eye on the windows. Okay. Let's go and wake up that party, the thing we left them. Here we go. Off we go.
Here we go, lads. Quick march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Live in Barnsley. Barnsley. Been here all night. People now peering out the windows as we approach the house that we left about 2.5 hours ago. Okay, wait there, band. Hello again. Guys, I know you're still awake. But please, guys, you've got to be careful what you say. We're past the watershed. Can I come in? Can I come in? We just want to see how you're getting on. Bring the camera in. Turn that telly off. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Guys, can I say, mate, surgeon there, we thought you might be asleep, but you're still going. You've got a lager in your hand. Take it out of shot. Have you had a good night?
We've seen a brilliant night, yeah.
Do you know what I want you to do? I want you to enjoy a jazz band that we've got for you.
Always like jazz, mate.
All right,
Always
Matt Mills, just taking the state of the room and the debauchery that surrounds here. This is post-millennium Eve mess. Guys, you look. I'm not going upstairs. I've got time. I'm linking to a break. Pass me that. Come here. We've got. Do you want that? It's a fry up. Right. Anyone? You? Oh, just dear. Anyone not veggie? Here. Eat it. It's fine, I've just cooked it. That's it from us in Barnsley with a jazz band and some people in a bit of a mess. You're watching the biggest breakfast ever. Here's a break. Happy New Year. No flipping.
Welcome back to the big breakfast. You know what, we've got a great thing. They make such a big deal about the moment when the old year ends, don't they?
They do, yeah.
And they say that the new year starts really, as soon as it goes midnight. But it doesn't, does it? It starts at sunup. That's when the new day really starts. For our purposes anyway, because we weren't on at midnight, all right? I'm a bit bitter about it. Should we go over now to a pub in Dover, the first place where they'll see the sunrise over Britain. This is for a window in a pub in Dover, and this is the new day dawning. Here it is. 7:58, it should happen. Meantime, though, we'll leave you with this soothing image. Harry, perhaps you could play Sailing By, the one they switch over to on Radio 4 with the World Service. I don't know if you play that.
I like that. Don't you find that comforting?
I love that tune. It's beautiful. Just enjoy the image, viewers.
This is the first sunrise, everybody.
The shores the Hun never got to. Harry, I didn't know you knew Sailing By, did we? We really didn't know that, did we, Harry?
I had no idea, mate.
Thank you very much, Harry. That was completely unrehearsed, it really was. I know it came across as very slick and professional.
Dover, Dover.
50 seconds. See, 50 seconds apparently before the sun appears. It looks pretty light anyway.
It does.
I don't know what kind of night they get.
They're going to burst out like Jesus.
Yeah. I tell you, this better be good. Okay, wait a second, because there's something
Hey,
here.
there's a little bit of movement.
The sun's
I
a
wish
bit
we
late.
could pan in on the
Probably in
crowd.
league with the railways.
Yeah, look.
The sun, I think, might...
He's seen one sun too
Yeah,
many.
that's it. He's leaving at the crucial moment as well. He's just gone, no way.
No, back off, Sonny.
But it's amazing how much fun you can have with a bad shot of people looking over a cliff, isn't it? We've really turned that into
Oh,
television.
lady in the yellow coat.
Lady in the yellow coat.
And a dog.
And a dog.
I wonder who that is.
The first dog to witness the new day.
Oh.
The Millennium Dog.
Look at that fellow with his bomber jacket on and his hands in his pockets. Can you see him on the end?
Marvellous.
Isn't
Isn't he marvellous?
He had a terrible 99.
He had a terrible... But I'll tell you
Terrible.
Okay,
Wow.
do you know what, while we're waiting for the sun, which is a bizarre thing to do on television, I can tell you we've still got the papers as usual to come on to the glass. Someone's handing me a bit of paper.
Welcome another guest to the house.
We got...
Lynda Bellingham's joined us.
Lynda Bellingham.
Thank you very
apron to preempt any Oxo jokes. I've come hot foot from the gravy making.
Have you?
In fact, I've been up all night watching you lot. To stay awake, and I'm awake.
Wondering
So
whether
you've
you
been
come down or
You've
not.
been brilliant, and a happy new year.
Enough of the browning.
Yeah, well, it goes in the gravy.
Rowland Rivron is also here, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Rowland. Next door to Lee Evans, who's also remained with us. Hello, Lee.
And of course, son. There's a son. There's
Where?
a son. There. Is it there?
Where, Lee?
There.
Thank you very much. No, have we got the sun, really? Is it there? Okay, listen, we haven't got the sun, I'm afraid. We have got Jon Snow, we have got Zoe, we've got Sonny, we've got Shed, we've got Liza, we've got Kelly.
We've got a whole heap of love.
With the news, here's Kelly. Kelly!
Hello and welcome to the Millennium News at 8 o'clock on Saturday, the 1st of January. Well, it's been a party to beat all parties. The 20th century has passed into history. Next up, a giant hangover. Ian Ramage has some of the highlights from around the world.
Maybe not the first baby of the century, but being America, it had to be the biggest. More than 1 million Times Square revelers exploded in cheers at midnight as New Yorkers grabbed their share of the new century. A traditional giant, flashing, glittering crystal ball dropped to signal the occasion. And Brazilians weren't...
Liza.
Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Kelly, has it been very hard to relax and then have to do it and relax and do it like that? Has that been a tricky thing throughout the night?
It's been absolute hell. It has been. Really.
It really looks like it. You really look very tired. Do you know what? That was Kelly Dalglish. I'm joking,
gorgeous.
Kelly. You look really fresh. Hence, I would never be rude to a lady.
Oh, really?
Okay, do you know what? Kelly Dalglish, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I just want to say, because Jon Snow's here, Jon Snow was at the Millennium Experience for the evening. At the Dome. John, what was it like?
Mixed. I mean, it was obviously a moment in time.
I love how you're getting out of it.
But I was dictated to by my daughters who, come about 1:45, said, let's go, Dad. And we went to another party.
You left at 1:45?
Yes.
I tell you, you got...
Let me tell you, though, London Transport last night, brilliant. London worked. They cleared the whole of the centre of London. There wasn't a car in the place, and it worked. People had a great time because there were no cars, so from now on, every Sunday, no cars, central London.
Oh, do you know, and also they actually, and they laid on the tubes at sensible times, and they gave free tubes on
People
certain times.
discovered trains they never knew existed.
Yeah.
They went to places they never knew existed.
I think the rail companies discovered trains they never knew existed. I mean, it was they scheduled Liza and I think 2 hours to get here. We left our house at 7 o'clock and meant to get here by 9. And I think it took me about 35 minutes to get it from home. Normally it takes about an hour and a half.
Everybody agreed not to bring their cars in, except for you, Johnny, of course.
Yeah. No, I had to, just in case of a riot.
Of course. But it worked, and we should take lessons from it.
Absolutely, you should use public transport. I came in a car and it was no problem.
That should be the way we run the
Absolutely
we
right.
keep the car at bay and let everybody have a fantastic party down by the river. The river really worked last night for the first time. We got something out of the river. It was just fantastic.
And what about apart from the River of Fire,
yes,
which was the big thing, John, and you've got to be honest with me, that didn't work.
Well, if it worked, we didn't see it.
So the River of Fire really was a disaster.
Can we say a happy new year to the man who organised that, who is now suicidal somewhere in a semi in Ealing?
Because that was our big trump card to beat the Aussies, wasn't it? They say, oh well, on BBC I saw you see this most amazing firework display from Sydney. I mean, it was actually really touching.
We think it worked, but nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the problem.
Yeah. And it was just, and then they tried to compare it with sort of other ones that were happening, like Paris, and they were going, and one person in London was going, Sydney was pretty good. I'm thinking, pretty good? It was unbelievable firework display, and then they were saying, we've got our River of Fire, don't you worry about that. Wait till the Aussies get a load of that.
The fireworks were fantastic.
Were they good?
They were fantastic. The buildings, the whole setting was absolutely sensational.
Did it seem as good as the ones you'd seen on television, on the television?
Yeah, it did. It was. I was in Hong Kong, and I reckon for the handover thing, you know, they were great barrel of fireworks going off there.
You've flown over here from Hong Kong.
No, this was for the handover.
They were trying to beat those particular fireworks, and they did. I thought the fireworks were sensational.
I thought the ones in Paris looked amazing as well.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Oh, you've got to hand it to Frenchie with the fireworks.
To the French, though.
Well, it is.
Thank you very much for pointing it out. For what? I was wondering,
Let's your hand up a glass
talking.
bottom. I've been in all Great Britain.
I thought they were very beefy, those.
Beefy.
They were very beefy.
Really beefed up the Eiffel.
Beefy. They certainly were. Do you know what? I think Cheggers has got something for us. Cheggers, what's going on there, mate?
Yeah, I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone here at the Royal Free Hospital. I have to admit, when I got in this morning, you know, well, at first, I was afraid. I was petrified.
Kept thinking how I couldn't live without you by my side.
But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong.
And I grew strong. I knew how to get along.
Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye? Did I crumble? Did you think that I'd die? All that I will survive. Oh, I told you that
Just say the good news is this lot are clocking off. They've had a cracking night and so have we. See you later.
Television, you get an accident and emergency team breaking spontaneously into I Will Survive with a piano they happen to have there for the purpose, while a live situation in a house links in and they start singing the same song really spontaneously. I don't know, it might be the first time it's happened on television, I don't know.
It's rather good, though.
Cheggers, though, ladies and gentlemen. And incidentally, they did have the first baby of the millennium in Britain in that very hospital, so that's
we
lovely.
happened to be there.
And we happened to scoop that, which is a
We
lovely
thought we were
thing.
doing the large thing with piglets, but no, we weren't.
Not even to get the first piglet of the millennium.
Yeah, back off,
Liza.
lady. It's called Liza.
It's called Liza.
And the next one's called Karen. And the third one's called Johnny.
Because it had a little winky. Okay, are you ready for this? There's something to be proud of. I've got some things to be proud of here. There's a lot of things to celebrate about the millennium, obviously.
Your little winky, for
About
what?
my little winky.
I can see your doodle.
But what I love is the way people tailor advertising to specific things in current affairs.
Are we not having a shout?
Oh, sorry, read all about it. Read all about it! That's fine. Twice and I love you. Okay, here we go. Have a look at this, because this is the most extraordinary. You know, like Heineken do very clever adverts when something happens topically. Or
Yeah,
all those people.
good.
Look how clever this is from these people. Have we got this still stored anywhere? I don't know.
Look at that.
Hernia. From one millennium to the next, as the world's favourite specialist in tension-free hernia surgery. Isn't that a lovely, cheery way to kick in the millennium? But at the bottom it says, just there in very small writing, it says, a world leader is still British. Ladies and gentlemen. Also, the Cabinet Papers, released obviously after 30 years, that's how long this Secrets Act covers it for, which is nice. But one of the interesting things here is is that Britain played a crucial, if as yet unsung role in the Apollo 11 moon landings. Do you know what? When Neil Armstrong took his one small step for man, he did so in British-designed underwear, ladies and gentlemen. What a coup. Does that make you proud? I don't know. I'm going to rattle through this quite quickly. This is a danger beacon. I'm afraid it ran out of time. A village's millennium beacon was banned after council planners said it was potentially lethal. A 16-foot medieval type structure. I love that medieval type. You know, it's actually really rubbish. Finished off with a ceremonial shield and spike. There's a nice thing. The millennium spike was to have been ignited at midnight in Bishop's Waltham near Southampton, but it was vetoed by Hampshire County Council amid fears that passing motorcyclists or bike riders could end up impaled on the beacon's steel spike. There's a lot of talk about what we're going to call this decade we're now in. what do you reckon? They've been saying things like the zeros,
No.
which I don't like.
No, that's
It's pessimistic.
Yeah.
The noughties.
The naughties.
The naughties not bad. The OOs.
No.
The OOs. What do you think, Lisa? What would you like to see it
I'm
called?
going to go for the naughties.
The naughties.
But then what do we do when we get into the
The teens.
Oh, the teens.
You call them teens. I think in the last century they called it all the earlies. First 20 years they just seem to refer to as the earlies.
You know, after the First World War, I don't think any of them gave a damn, did they?
No.
Can I say damn now?
Yeah, you can say damn.
There weren't many left to give it.
There weren't many left to give it.
Absolutely right, isn't it? We've just taken you right back there. We're being cheerful, really.
Any suggestions? Anyone got any suggestions for what they should call it? Jon Snow, any suggestions?
I think, yeah, zero.
The naughties.
I don't know, what are naughties?
The naughties,
yeah.
the naughty naughties. Has Lee Evans, you got a suggestion there?
No, not at all.
OK, Linton, any suggestion?
No, none.
Do you give a damn?
No.
Good, let's move on.
Excuse me.
What?
Andy might have an opinion. Andy's Sturdy's boyfriend.
You're never going to see so much hate mail on the web. Go on.
I've been looking, but I didn't see it.
Is that your suggestion?
No.
I've been looking, but I didn't see it. I love that.
He might be right.
He might be right, actually. Do you know, I'm going to get on. They've got a lovely picture just of Boris Yeltsin. I'm very sad, but I've got a little bit of... Here's the theory for you.
Oh, go on.
Boris resigns, yeah, just before the millennium, yeah? He's obviously a 70s android, isn't he? It's been badly chipped. They feared the millennium bug. It's so obvious, isn't it? They didn't know what he would do.
Like Data.
Yes. It's obvious that's what Yeltsin is. They thought we've got to get it suddenly out of nowhere on New Year's Eve. He goes, I'm off.
Do you know what I've always been thinking with Yeltsin of late, though? They've been pre-recording him and showing it like he's still alive.
I know, classic. Classic ruse, but you've seen through it.
Sure.
OK, have a look at this. Have a look at this. This is my favourite shot of Yeltsin. Look at that.
Oh, hello.
No one does that to the Queen.
Tickle your bum with a feather.
Hey, look, he just looks like... Just have a quick look.
Oh, hello.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Do you know what? That's all I'm going to do on the papers today. I'm afraid. Yeah, no, it really is all I'm going to do. Because... all the headlines are pretty well the same, so I'm not going to show you the headlines. And it's all quite sort of feel-good stuff about how we should really feel good about the whole occasion. We've really come together as a world. That seems to be the message. And Peter Mandelson's apparently very happy. Peter Mandelson, do you know what he said when he was locked out of the Dome a few days ago? Yeah. He says, I feel like a child wanting to pull away the wrapping and get to my present. What? You see, not yours, ours. We're not particularly pleased with it anyway. Do you know what? Those were the papers, the first papers of the millennium. I hope you enjoyed those. They'll be back on Monday. And thank you very much for all of you who commented during that. Thank you very much indeed.
Do you know who I want to see?
Who?
I want to see the King of Sweden swing.
Oh, yeah. Not another chorus from Ireland,
surely.
Yeah.
Please.
Is he in the house?
Elvis?
No, I think he's hung up his quiff.
Oh, what a bummer.
No, he's hung up his suede shoes and everything. It's a shame. We've had more email about him than any other man in history. After the break, the next round of O. No. I said O.
No.
Absolutely right. It's going to be the next round of that where someone could lose all their debts up to a six-figure sum. How about that?
That's something else.
Don't go away. It's all happening here on the biggest breakfast ever of all time.
We're still here.
Of Y2K. Back in a couple of seconds.
Yeah! Sorry.